an input contact, which is an no contact. Okay, then I place the application instruction. The API name or the application name is SCLP, which is parameter proportional calculation. Okay, here we can see S1, S2, and D. S1 is the source value or the value from an analog input device, which is will be a transmitter or a thermocouple, any analog devices, input devices. Okay, and then the second S2, or the S2 is the parameter we set, and the D is the operation result or the output we get from this calculation. Okay, next we give the addresses to the parameters. Before giving the addresses, the S1, which is the input source or source, can given as constant and float address, or S2 is my parameters only given as dynamic address. Then or the word addresses, or S3, my destination is also a word addresses. Here is the equation for our scale and low scaling that is already set in this block or this instruction. Okay, next we can give the addresses. S1 as given as D0 and S2 as D1 and D0, sorry, our destination as D5. Okay, this is our unlock block. Okay, before giving the addresses, let's see how can we give the address. Okay, here from the help we can see S2, which is the maximum source value. Then S2 plus 1, which is S3, is already assigned as the minimum source value. Then S2 plus 2, S4 is minimum destination value, and S5 is the minimum destination value. Okay, that is S2 equal to S2 is D1, which is the maximum value, and S3 is the minimum input value, and S4 is the maximum output value, and S5 is minimum output value, which is already assigned by the instruction. Okay. Okay. Here I have assigned S1 as D0. If I give D1, if I give the address D1 to the S2 or the source S2, then the following value will be already assigned as D2 as the minimum input value, D3 as the maximum output value, and D4 as the minimum output value. If instead of giving D1, I give D6 as the maximum input value, then D7 will be the minimum input value, and D3, sorry, D8 will be the maximum in output value, and D9 will be the minimum output value. For assigning the values or assign the corresponding values, we use move block. The move block will be placed parallel to the unlock block. Okay. For example, I take my input as 4 to 20 milliampere, which is to be scaled to 0 to 100%. Like I said, we need move block to move the parameter values. Okay, the source, which should be a constant value, like my output input maximum is 20 to be given to my address D1. Okay, this should be in parallel. Okay, like this we have to add 3 more move blocks to assign the addresses. This is how we arrange our move block for the scaling purpose. Then we go for the run mode, simulation mode, then to write to PLC, then online mode. Okay, go to the run mode. Here I have to give my addresses to the D0, which is my input address. Change preset value to D0 as okay. My minimum value is 4 and my maximum input value is 20. So I have to give my value in between them. So I give my D0 as 5. Okay. For scaling, I have to toggle or set on the input. Okay. Here is my scaled value. My 5 is scaled as 6. Now I change my preset to my address to a toll. Okay, toll which should be the scaled value should be around 50. So okay, this is here my scaled value is 50. This is how we done scaling. One more thing, if I give values that is not in between my minimum and maximum value, maximum input value, here if S1 is greater than the maximum source value, S1 will be set as the maximum source value. If I give S1 as around 25, the S1 should be automatically set to 20, which is my maximum value. That is how it's also done in the minimum. So S1 is less than the minimum value, then the S1 is automatically set to the minimum value, which is 0. Okay, I hope you understand.